things you hear a lot about today is this idea of hard work. Pretty much everywhere you turn, somebody's pushing the idea of hustle, hard work, like it's some sort of magical secret where any direction you were to point it, it'll give you success. It's like saying that exercise is good for you. Well, what kind of exercise? How often? When should you do it? What should you do before and after? How can you optimize your results? There are 1,000 detail matters that need to be understood if you're going to make the most effective use of your efforts. Now, when it comes to this idea of working hard, when it comes to the idea of strong effort, you've got to quantify where you're placing that effort. If you were to take a shovel and start digging a hole in the ground, and you were going to start working 12 hours a day, maximum effort, just digging a hole, at the end of a month, what would you have? You'd have a hole in the ground. Now, you had hard work, you had a large volume of hours put in the direction towards your goal, but what do you have? At the end of the day, you still just have a hole in the ground. So the question is, where are you placing your hard work, and why are people so obsessed with calling work hard all the time? So when you're working to achieve whatever it is you're setting out to do, your goals, you've got to quantify, you've got to identify your end result. If you don't identify your end result, you'll be the same guy who's out 12 hours a day digging a hole in the ground. And then secondly, and I think most importantly, whenever I hear hard work, and maybe this is just me speaking personally, whenever I hear hard work, I always interpret painful by what people mean. Is you're going to have to work and it's just going to stink. You're going to have a horrible time for however many hours you engage in your work. And that is the problem, I think, with the way it is marketed today. Do we need to be putting forth some sort of reasonable effort in the majority of things that we do, if not all the things that we do, especially towards the direction of our goals? Sure. But if you're going to tell me that every time I go to do some effort, it's going to be painful and punishing and there's going to be no enjoyment whatsoever, it's no shock at all when a generation of men is uninterested in that type of idea, especially when there's no return, or the return seems to be unbalanced for the work you're going to have to put in. I think that's another huge part of it. People hear about hard work all the time, and they think that, well, the rewards do not justify the efforts you have to put forth. Especially not today, and especially if you have to work so hard that you never have time to enjoy those rewards. So the idea is that hard work is not the same thing as painful work. To give a good effort to something you're doing, you've probably experienced this times in your life. You can give a hard effort towards something, towards the achievement of some goal, and actually find it enjoyable. Now, I'm on the way to work right now, and at the close of a day, even if I work hard, at the close of a day, I feel good throughout the day. Working and focusing feels good. That's how it was intended to be. So when we talk about hard work and effort and work ethic, what are we talking about? We're not talking about 8 to 10 hours of a painful life scenario. No, we're talking about enjoying those things that we were actually meant to do in life. Enjoying the way that we were built to operate as men and human beings. So the lesson today, stop thinking about work, stop thinking about hard work in terms of pain and discomfort in your life. It's not going to be painful and discomfort. Sure, there's some tough days and there's some hard days, maybe some painful hours, but the majority of the time, you get to sit back and do exactly what you were built to do. And that, even though perhaps at times you'd rather be doing something else, you are going to feel the rewards and the results, and you're going to feel enjoyment for doing that good work.